All right, breaking news. As of January 3rd, 2025, a federal court just made a decision that the BOI filing report is going to be put on pause. All right, this can literally impact millions of business owners who have not filed their BOI report yet, and also those of you who have already filed your BOI report. So listen up, because I'm going to break down what exactly is going on and what it means, right? So if you haven't been following this case, this is the second time this has been put on pause. And as you can see here on the official BOI reporting website, which is FinCEN.gov, you can see here it says this: in light of a recent federal court order, reporting companies are not currently required to file the beneficial ownership information with FinCEN and are not subject to liability if they fail to do so while the order remains in force. However, reporting companies may continue to voluntarily submit beneficial ownership information reports. And if you were not aware, this all started with a court case called Texas Top Cop Shop Inc. versus Garland. And some businesses actually went to court and said that this is unfair, this is unlawful, this is too hard to go ahead and comply with. And the courts actually agreed, at least for a short period of time, and stopped the government from being able to enforce this rule while the case continues. And the court case in Texas is not the only one. It's one of several cases that have actually challenged the Corporate Transparency Act, also known as CTA, pending before courts around the country. And as it says on the official website, I'm just paraphrasing here, Texas Top Cop Shop Inc. is only one of several cases that have challenged the Corporate Transparency Act pending before courts around the country. And as noted in a separate alert, Tuesday, December 3rd, 2024, it talks about this case in more detail, and it talks about how the U.S. District Court for Eastern District of Texas was able to issue an order granting a nationwide preliminary injunction, meaning that it was put on pause. And the Department of Justice, on the behalf of the Department of Treasury, filed a notice of appeal on December 5th and separately sought of a stay of the injunction pending that appeal, filing an application for a stay with the Supreme Court of the United States on December 31st, 2024. In the meantime, as of December 26, 2024, the injunction issued by the District Court in Texas Top Cop Shop Inc. is once again in effect. FinCEN is complying with and will continue to comply with the District Court's orders for as long as it remains in effect. So as a result, reporting companies are not currently required to go ahead and file the beneficial ownership report with FinCEN. Reporting companies may continue to voluntarily submit beneficial ownership information reports, but the government is still fighting back, and they want this rule to stay in place, and they've also appealed the decision, like I said, to higher courts. So in other words, they believe that this requirement is going to fight crimes like money laundering. Tax fraud was another thing that came up as well, and they're requiring now people to be able to submit their personal information, social security number, residential address, a whole bunch of other personal information that wasn't necessarily required before until this came into place. And they believe that the goal is to be able to make things fair and to stop bad guys from hiding money. So I know that was a lot of information, but here's what you need to know right now as it relates to this specific requirement. So here's what you need to know. If you are considered a reporting company, such as the LLC, a corporation, or a partnership, then you are currently off the hook as it relates to filing this. For now, it is put on pause. The original deadline was January 1st. It was put on pause. They extended the deadline to January 13th. It is now on pause again, and I'm expecting them to extend the deadline even further if they go ahead and get this back in place. The key thing that you need to know is that you make sure you stay on top of this. Go ahead and share this with someone that could be impacted by this, and subscribe to be able to get the latest and greatest updates as it relates to this, and I'll see you in the next one.